Time for the French Press Review now with Katerina VITTOZZI. You've been reading the papers this morning, and of course, they're all about the tax fraud scandal that is a developing story here in France and that is threatening to engulf the French socialists. We just saw very low approval ratings for François Hollande. What is the left-leaning daily Libération saying?
Well, it's not mincing its words, that's for sure. A striking picture of the French President François Hollande taking the front page of Libération today. A president under siege, they say. He says, the paper says, not only is François Hollande faced with the devastation from this, what they call the Kawasaki bomb, the story of his former budget minister revealing the secret Swiss bank account, but also now, as you mentioned, the tax fraud scandal that's threatening to engulf the parliament. The paper, however, they levelled sort of the biggest criticism at the French president in their editorial inside the paper as being his sort of slow reaction time. You know, the Kawasaki inquiry has really been around for about 3 months. They say he should have done more, as should have the French Prime Minister have done more and sooner and quicker to sort of limit the political fallout of this. They say it's very admirable that he was standing by his minister saying, you know, he's innocent until proven guilty, but he should have done more to clamp down on this quicker. And that sort of sense of...
But of course, for a long time, I mean, until only a few days ago, he had... It was possible for him to say that he believed his minister and that the minister wasn't lying about the bank account.
He had the full backing, but they say, you know, that this as a politician in the modern age, you have to be savvy, and you can see how quickly the media can turn on its head on articles like this. So they say he should have been quicker to act, perhaps sort of been a bit more wise in that regard. Le Figaro, the right-leaning daily, they similar front page. Dead end, they say, for the French president. Interestingly, in their editorial, they say that, as you can imagine, a right-leaning daily might, that it seems out that the French Socialist Party is a bit of a sort of a broken record. It's sort of scandals after intrigues. They say there's no suggestion that the French president would step down over this. However, they say it's impossible at the moment to gauge how this is going to affect the rest of his term. He's got about 4 years left now. They say he runs a risk of annoying the left, exasperating the right, and crucially, voters as well, who have, as you mentioned, have sort of sent his popularity rating down to the lowest it's ever been.
And it's not just the president who's feeling the heat.
Absolutely not. As we can see on the front page of Aujourd'hui en France, it's the French Finance Minister Pierre Moscovici as well. Now, he obviously was in sort of the direct management of Jérôme Cahuzac, the budget minister. Quite embarrassing, really. You compare statements from him a few days ago where he's saying, you know, I fully back my minister, he's been completely transparent, and today the paper says, you know, he's come out with a statement of, we were all just caught up in this exceptional and crazy lie. So a bit embarrassing for him. He feels a bit...
What's strange is that the economy minister actually looked into these allegations of whether or not his budget minister, of whom he is the boss, had a secret account, and he found that it wasn't the case, and then he's proven wrong.
Absolutely, and it sort of draws questions, according to the paper, about how good is he at his job if the finance minister of the French Republic can't even sort out affairs in his own house? So an embarrassing and a dent in public confidence in him. Le Figaro also saying that socialist MPs are facing some anger from voters in their constituencies who have been handing in their Socialist Party membership cards.
And there's another blow for the French president, the revelation that his former campaign treasurer was named as holding shares in companies in the Cayman Islands. What's the reaction to that?
Well, this has been a huge story for Le Monde, who've really been sort of spearheading this investigation along with the UK's Guardian newspaper. This just shows you it's not just a French story. The International Consortium of Investigative Journalists have been carrying out this inquiry for about a year, and they've been identifying, they say, more than 130,000 names who potentially have accounts in tax havens where you've got, they say, up to 25 trillion euros in bank accounts that have sort of gone unquestioned with regards to tax. They've got a map in the paper today which just details, they say, these 96 tax havens. This is information drawn from various government and non-governmental sources. So the closest to us is Monaco and Switzerland is key in this, obviously, because of the implications we've seen with Jérôme Cahuzac.
All right, thank you very much. Katerina VITTOZZI with the French Press Review. Thank you.